Hi guys, hope you are doing well. So I had recorded the first part of this postpartum essentials video while I was in England when I was 5.5 weeks, 6 weeks postpartum, and now I'm recording the final bit now that I'm in Lagos and Tireni is 14 months old. Here, it's been 40 days since I had my little bundle of joy. Today I'm going to be talking about postpartum bleeding and like episiotomy. So if you watch my hospital bag video, you will see that I packed different things for bleeding. So I packed maxi pads from Boots, this one, I packed like disposable underwear from Asda, I packed incontinence pads, I packed granny pads. I'm just going to tell you what I felt about these different options and which one was my favorite. So first of all, I'll talk about like the Boots maternity pads because loads of people seem to have that in their hospital bag video. If you watch my labor/delivery story, you'll see that I had something called a paranoia. Well, my fingernail had to be taken off, so that's why it's currently in a plaster. So these Boots pads are like really cheap, maybe £1 or £2, and they're like really thick. Well, they don't look that thick, but they're like pretty thick. PS, if you're a guy and you don't want to see anything that has to do with like bleeding, don't watch this video. So they're quite thick and you can put them on a disposable underwear or on a granny pant. But I didn't really like this because number one, it's just so thick and not comfortable, and number two, it's just not strong. So like look how easy it tore apart. So I remember I placed it on one disposable underwear and I was trying to just shift it a bit upwards and it tore, and I was just like, what is all this? It's too much work. So yeah, trash this. I didn't enjoy using this at all. I only used it once and I was like, no, never again. Now the disposable underwear, they make a lot of sense. These are the disposable pants and it's like £1 for 5, and it comes in this nylon, and then it's like, you know how they're scrubs? I feel like it's a bit like scrubs, like what they wear on their feet when people wear scrubs. So it's okay. I didn't particularly like it because there's no front and there's no back. So yeah, I'm not a fan of this. Now with granny pants, they're fine if you get pads that work. So a pad I got in, I think a Bounty pack or an Emma's Diary pack, is the Lillet maternity pad, and those are really good. Hold on one second, let me get them. So these are the Lillet maternity pads, and I got it in like a Bounty pack or an Emma's Diary pack, and it's not that popular. It's only sold at Superdrug, Asda and Ocado, but you can order it online. I wanted to order it from Superdrug, but then they said you can only order one because it's out of stock. But yeah, these are really good if you want to use like underwear and pads. So I'll tell you why they're good. Number one, they're longer than normal pads. So look how long they are. You know, normal pads only have like 3 sections. So 1, 2, 3. But this one has like an extra 4th one, which also has wings. So it's really good because you bleed for like 6 weeks. Some people bleed for 6 weeks, some people bleed for 4 weeks, some people bleed for 2 weeks, and everyone's like intensity of bleeding is different. So the first maybe 2 days will be pretty intense, like for everyone will be pretty intense because it's something called like a lochia. It's like a really huge blood clot. And so yeah, these are really good. Like I totally recommend. I think I got them for like £1.99, and you can use them in granny pants. But I wasn't a huge fan of this because of my finger, because water isn't supposed to touch my finger, and with this I would have to hand wash. If you want to use underwear and pads, I'll definitely recommend like huge granny pants. So I bought a large and they weren't my size. Extra large is the way to go. So get extra large underwear from Primark and Lillet maternity pads. Now I'm going to talk to you guys about something called incontinence pants. Before I was pregnant, I didn't know what incontinence pants were, but one of my really close friends, her best friend, told me to get tenor incontinence pants. So there's the tenor version and there's the always version. The always version is slightly cheaper than the tenor version. So even though I started out with the tenor one, because it was getting a bit expensive, I was like, let me try the always ones. But I'm not a huge fan of the always ones. So there are 2 types of always ones. There's the white always one, which comes in a green pack. And then there's like the peachy one, which comes in a black pack. Sorry if the light is changing, but it's like getting close to evening and my baby was crying. So this is the always white one. This is what it looks like. Incontinence pants are basically like granny underwear. It has like a really cute bow at the top, but I don't particularly love it because I get a wedgie when I wear this, and the inner bit isn't as wide as the tenor ones, so it just squashes together. I think that is why there's a wedgie, because it isn't wide enough, so it squashes up. This is okay, but yeah, I only bought one pack and I won't buy it again. And also the band at the top isn't as stretchy as the tenor ones, but it is high waist, so it gets to your belly button. That's one thing I like. Now the always discreet one is peach. So it's like a pretty color. It has like a cute bow at the top. It has like an interesting fragrance. It also isn't as wide as the tenor ones inside, and because the discreet one, it doesn't get up to the belly button, so it stops below the belly button, like maybe 1 or 2 inches below the belly button. It's nice, it's pretty, but it just, to me, wasn't as comfortable as the tenor ones. So there are 2 types of tenor pants. There's the normal one. I'm like more or less done, so these are just empty pads. So this is the tenor one, and then the normal one, and then there's this is the silhouette tenor one. So the tenor one is peachy, but it's not as peachy as the always one. Now this isn't bad, but the thigh bit isn't as wide as the original tenor one, so it's like a bit tight. Even the always ones, they aren't as wide, like this bit where your thighs aren't as wide. So yeah, tenor one is my ultimate winner, and it's the one I started with. Oh, one good thing about this one is like there's a sign at the back that says tenor, so you know that's where the tag is supposed to be. So this is the tenor one. This is the one I love. I got in a size large. I went through at least 8 packs of it. It's pretty expensive, like £8 for 8, but you can buy deals. So I think Boots and Superdrug, you get 6 for the price of 5, and there's this like Incontinence website where they're like way cheaper, so they work out to be like 70 something p per underwear. But if you buy from Boots or Superdrug, you get points. So the reason I like this is it's easy to pull on and pull off. Like you just want to wear something and go in like your first few weeks of having a newborn, because there's so much you're dealing with, you aren't sleeping that much, and the pad bit is really wide compared to the other ones, and it's comfortable. There's nothing I don't like about this. Like, it's the winner. And it's so funny, like a few days ago I went to Aldi's to get my Mia nappies. So I like the Mia nappies, so I went to get some for my baby, and I came across this which looks like the tenor underwear. Can you imagine? And I was like, okay, cheap alternative, $3.99, let's see. But what I don't like about them is that it doesn't join at the side. Like I got a pack of 8, 5 of them join at the side and 3 of them don't. So I hope this was helpful. So I have to go because my baby is crying. So I've spoken about the heavy bleeding that occurs after you have a baby. I spoke about the different alternatives, so disposable underwear, incontinence pads, and in Nigeria what is actually available. Like some places do sell those incontinence pads, but not that many places. You can always order from Amazon if you're based in Nigeria, or send me an email and I'll just let you know the supermarket I saw the incontinence pads at. Now in Nigeria, a lot of hospitals, when they are giving a list for the hospital bag, they recommend this brand. It's called Lady Set, and I'm just going to show you what it looks like. It is thick. So as you can see, it's quite thick. It doesn't have any sticky parts. It's legit just net with cotton wool inside. It is stronger than the Boots one, like it doesn't cut if I pull it apart, but it doesn't have anything that makes it stick to the underwear. It also doesn't have any flap. I've tried it because I'm currently on my period, and it's okay. It is more comfortable than the Boots one, but it's still not my preferred option. The tenor pant will always be my preferred option, but this is really affordable. It's like maybe 300 or 500 naira, which is like £1 or less. So yeah, that's that. Now I forgot to mention something called incontinence bed pads or bed sheets. Tenor makes theirs, and you can get also from Amazon. It's like £10 for 25 or £25 for 100. There was a lot of them at my hospital stacked up in a pile like this, and then I just discovered it towards the end of my postpartum bleeding. I would recommend it for the ending bit of your postpartum bleeding, especially if you're sleeping alone in the bed, so it's not gross for like your partner. If you're tired of wearing underwear and you just want to sleep freely, but you want something that'll be able to catch the blood, then this works. So when a lot of women have their baby via vaginal birth, they tear when they're pushing the baby out, or they have to do something called an episiotomy. So the midwife or gynae or the doctor has to cut down there. Yes, they have to cut down there so that it's wide enough for the baby's head to come out. And they say that it's better for them to cut it than for the baby to tear it when he or she is being pushed out. And they will not have to stitch it up. So that's actually like one of the most painful parts of the whole labor thing. Like I spoke about my labor and delivery delivery story in an earlier video last year, so I'll definitely link it above so you can watch my labor and delivery story. But when they were stitching that episiotomy back, when they were stitching that tear back, it really hurt. They had to numb it first, then they stitched it, and it took a while. Like, it took maybe 2 months or 7 weeks for it to heal properly. And for the longest time I was too scared to even look at it, because I would feel it and I'll just feel like a gap. I don't know how to explain it, but it was quite deep. I think it was like a 2nd degree tear, and yeah, it wasn't fun. Some people recommended using witch hazel pads, but my midwife said it made it worse, so I got some from Tox, but I wouldn't really recommend that because the midwife said it made it worse. Some people make particles, like they put pads in the freezer with some oils or some witch hazel. There are different YouTube videos about it, and I know the Brownie Gram did that. Now, what I would recommend if you have an episiotomy is a bidet. This is the bidet. This is the bidet. Now, the way the bidet works, you legit just put it under there and you squeeze, and the water comes out and cleans down there, and it's better than like tissue paper because there's no friction. It's just better and it's very convenient. So this is what I recommend: a bidet. A bidet is key. A bidet is key. Also, if you are breastfeeding, I have a video on my breastfeeding experience. I'll link to it above. But if you are breastfeeding, what you need is a lot of strapless tops or like strappy tops. You don't need things that are hard for you to access your boobs. So like this dress I'm wearing is a maxi dress. It's easy for me to access my boob because it's stretchy, so I will just pull. In your postpartum time, when you are breastfeeding, you would need tops with either like buttons or stretchy maxi dresses or vest tops. So think about that, like, because when I went to have training, what I took was boobs, and a lot of the boobs were high neck-ish, so I couldn't really breastfeed training in presence of other people. I had to go to another room. Also, a nursing cover is key to help with breastfeeding, but definitely watch my breastfeeding video for more on that. Thank you for watching this video. I hope it came useful. Let me know if you have any questions about postpartum life, and I'll be sure to answer them. So yeah, catch you in my next video. Bye.